Where you from? Like, it's another interview on ITV. I know the vibe.
Motherfucking see you. What about motherfucking eat too?
Hey everybody, my name is Frances Price. A lot of people know me by Fran.
Alright. So where you from?
I'm from Rona, born and raised here. I recently located to Atlanta though. That's currently where I reside.
That's where you staying at right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like what all you be getting into like all around the city?
In and out of the city, I'm not really like a clubber. So I'll do a lounge, a hookah lounge with my cousin, or my best friend will step out every now and then, but more like chill like vibes. Anything with that.
Like I see you got the shop and all that. Like what made you moved to Atlanta? So why you got the shop in Roanoke?
You know, that's always been like a big question to me, like just growing up in Roanoke. I used to always look at like people who got success, but they always got success outside of Roanoke. Like they never went to do anything back home. So I always said like growing up, if I had the opportunity to like whether be my own boss or start a business, I would start it at home first. And they showed me love, so I'm happy I did that.
So you will be coming back here to like work on the shop, like and stay in Atlanta at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's
The goal is to like, I've been coming up here once, twice a week, but I have a good team here. We're growing, so we're learning the ropes. So I come less, and then I'll be able to focus on growing my business elsewhere.
I respect that. And what all you be doing with your business?
I have multiple businesses actually. So Winedown, you guys know Steve, is my baby, my prize jewel. I started that about 2 years ago. It's a THC and CBD wine and beverage line. So that's like my focus, my main project. But I also coincided with Jeremy and Chris, and we started the Sandbox, which is what we're in now. It's a custom clothing shop, and we also have the Lunchbox, which is an infused treat and food line. Like we do regular meals, we cater, do infused eats, edibles, all that good stuff.
So for all y'all smokers, y'all know y'all better tune into that for sure.
Follow us on Instagram.
Like where your shop located?
This one here is on 521 Hardy Road in Benton. And then I have another location spot where you can pick up Winedown beverages off of Bramlington.
That's like what that's the shop is the same thing, like only wine and you do.
No, my best friend is Euphoria. She has a spa there, lash spa, so you can get your facials, your lashes done. She does waxing. She's just a real creative girl. Like she's got a whole layout there. Ladies, check her out. Go there, get booked, get slayed.
So when you were younger, have you always felt like you would be in a position you in right now?
I knew I would be successful in whatever I did, and I knew I would be a boss because I something about me. I used to always say, man, I not necessarily want to be famous, but I want to be my own boss. I want to be wealthy. I want to be able to do what I want to do, be off when I want to be off. Now, as far as like working with THC and like the products I have, no, it's actually like a huge contradiction. My little sister tells me this all the time because I used to hate weed. Like, and to anybody who's like was friends with me in the past or dated me, I apologize. Like to the point like I didn't like it in my house, none of that. But about 3.5 years ago, I did my first trip to Cali, and it's been history.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's definitely over. You went to Cali, like it turned you like straight to this whole.
Like it's just a different vibe. I took a couple courses on marijuana, like the benefits of it, how it actually helps with mental health.
Oh, so you know about all that, like.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like that, like you be making the apple you can make edibles like all the way off. I seen you got the oil at the shop too, the THC.
Oh yeah,
oil.
I do. I'm learning to do the oils, the butters, the sugars, all that.
Definitely.
Also like the balms, like for people who have aches and pains, like you can rub it on, give it 20 minutes, pain go away. And there's so much stuff marijuana like is good for, but all they talk about is the bad.
So it's like that. Y'all know we smoke all day, so y'all might as well tune in. She's like that. I'm telling you, y'all tune in for real. So tell me more about yourself, like where you from, like all types of stuff. Like what made you like push towards? Cause you smoked for me. You went out there learned. So like what made you push towards that?
Just with being around people who do THC, friends and family. But I also have a problem. Like I have a couple family members who battle addiction troubles. So getting into this field, because of course you know what addiction causes mental illness, gives you other issues. I want to get into this field, not necessarily to find a cure, but find things that help. What other ways can people who are going through depression, who are going through anxiety, what kind of outlets can they turn to besides just going to look for drugs? Like, what are healthier outlets? Will this medicine make me feel this way? Or do I need to go take this? Like, so people aren't shooting up and doing all this hardcore shit.
That's understandable. People always feel like weed just the worst. People feel like weed just like that though, but not even just weed, the THC, because people be doing like just the drinks, the edibles, all types of stuff. I feel like it's like that. Like, well, how you feel like? You smoke?
I do smoke now. I do smoke. I'm more like a social smoker. I'm still much more of a drinker, which is why the concept of the wine came into play. I'm a big wine drinker. So I wanted to create a vibe so for people who don't actually like smoking a blunt, like a classy vibe, so I can drink and get high.
So don't you be doing the Winedown on Wednesdays?
Yeah, Winedown Wednesdays.
Y'all come tune into that. All y'all, I mean, that's where it's at. I came out there one day and I was turned the whole day.
Yeah, it's a vibe. But see, it's that grown and sexy vibe. You know, we moving different. We move different.
That's where it's at. Y'all tune in for real. So you got anything else to say, like about yourself, like right now?
I'm just really proud of my growth. Coming from where I come from, having the childhood I come from, being a part of a broken home. Like I grew up in foster care. I was in foster care most of my life. I'm not supposed to, if the average Joe was to hear my story, they wouldn't think I would be doing what I've been doing. Like, don't get me wrong, I made a couple hiccups across the way, some bad choices, but I have to say I'm proud of myself. I pick myself up every time and boss up more than what I was before. So if I had to say something about myself now, I'm just really proud. And like I can genuinely say like I'm proud and I'm happy with where I'm at in life right now. And that's
always keep going. You said you got it.
Yeah,
everybody
you gotta keep pushing, man. I'm telling you, like some people, like you can't imagine how many times I've been knocked down, like low, lost it all, got it back, lost it all, got it back, dealt with shit with my family, traumas, like this is a lot. Stuff that is like really meant to destroy the average human being, but you can't. If you're mental strong and you like talk to yourself, meditate, like build yourself up spiritually, you get over anything in life. So what we're about to head into now is my best friend's shop, Euphoria by MK. This right here is actually, I love the sandbox, but this holds a very, very special place in my heart because this is my first ever storefront. We went from, it's so emotional because I love my best friend to death, but we have a long history. We've got 12 years of friendship, but we both started our dreams out in her grandma's dining room, trapping it out, getting it out the mud, and then we were able to open this. So this is my baby, y'all. So this is it. This is the first ever shop that Winedown graced the shelves. Once again, my best friend is just a phenomenal woman. She produced this opportunity to me and allowed me to go in with her, and I'm also proud of her. Ladies, you need your lashes, waxing, facials. This is the place. Like she's got a whole setup. I guess
setup,
you would say this is where the magic goes.
So, that's the magic.
This is the magic room.
That's the massage table.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all ladies come tune in. I know y'all need y'all hygiene, right? Yeah, y'all need y'all nails, all that done. Come get right, for real. That's a lie. You say, you know, he got me one. That's a fact. So how has your experiences like prepared you for like this role that you're in right now?
That's a really good question. I would have to say I think they set me up for the best. Just being, like I mentioned earlier, with my childhood, I've always had to like take a lead, even with my siblings. I'm the older sister. We went through a lot as kids, so having to make sure we were straight. Any other jobs I've had, I've always been like in a place of management. So it's like set me up to know like, okay, you're meant to be a boss. Like you know how to run things, you know how to put stuff together. So I think it set me up pretty good.
Like, what made you start going harder towards your goal this year than like you did any other year?
The pandemic. Definitely the pandemic. And also just working for like other corporations and employers, you realize that your time is worth more. Like you get tired of being told what to do, tired of when to clock in, clock out. They paying you pennies on the dollar while they making millions off of you.
Taking
that
like,
get
next
old.
week to get away. Taking.
Yeah.
I hate that. That's
2 weeks. When I make like can go home for 2 hours and make back. So
that's what I. I'd rather get paid off rip. Just pay me.
And you see it, like ain't
done.
nobody dogging off of it. Like if a company makes $200, they paying you $15 off of it. Like that ain't fair.
I don't like that. You comfortable like what I just said? What made you start going harder than you did last year? Did we finish that question?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Did. So are you comfortable where you at right now?
I think I'm in a good position for this point I started. I don't want to end this way. I want to continue to grow. I want to get my drinks in a lot more businesses, whether it be mine or someone else. I pay for a shelf space. Ultimately, I want to have a Winedown for me lounge. Like that's the bigger picture. That's what I really like.
You got a place you want to get that at?
Not yet.
Still
filling out locations.
So what, like you got any place you would go other than Atlanta and like?
Houston, Cali.
Throw them things in there.
Yeah.
So Houston big.
Hey, it's a big Atlanta. That's what I call it.
It's like any like country, right?
It's like a country Atlanta, I say, but it's huge. Everything in Texas is big.
Listen, I ain't never been out there. They said it's big in Texas for real.
It's big.
Definitely said it's big. Like, you want your whole enterprise to be bigger than like the whole thing, like Henny, Duce, and all that.
Maybe my kids or whoever takes over Winedown for me after I'm gone can do that, but Hennessy was here before I was here, so I know they put in work. I want to enjoy the fruits of my labor, get the passion in, and get to really, really ride with it while I'm young. So I would say I want to do all that with it.
That's definitely. Cause I mean Henny bad like that, but I mean you could be a Jay-Z big with the wine. Everybody like wine.
Everybody like wine.
Definitely love wine. That's that. And you get like some advice to somebody to like honestly just they want to stop and they hop in with the hustle, but they got the mentality to go get it, but they don't know where to start at. You got like something you would say to them?
Slow down, because if 9 times 10, if you got the hustle, you know what you want to do. You just so everywhere, like you so focused on hustling, doing this, doing that. If you slow down, you already know what you're good at because you're doing it. That's your hustle. Slow down, put an idea to it, put it on pen and paper. You'll be alright.
That's the best way to do it. You can't just hop in the sun, just
hope for the best. You gotta have a plan.
Yeah, everything ain't just off rip. You can't just be rich like that same second. You can have the mentality to do it, but it ain't just gonna happen. Everything, because it could be you get discouraged from like a bad week or something like that. So what motivates you like from that?
The future, like knowing that I want more than this. Like this doesn't just end here. Just because I have a bad day or a bad week doesn't mean my product isn't good or that I'm not good or that my business is going to fail. It just ain't my week. So you gotta keep having that conversation with myself, saying, okay, no, you're in for the long haul. You're in for the long haul. This wasn't just supposed to be a 1-year plan. Like, so you gonna have losses. You gonna have days where ain't no money, but you gotta still love what you do.
Always. And you got anything you have to say? Like your social medias and all that? Like a shout out?
Oh, yes. Follow me at Winedown for me on Instagram. I don't have a Facebook for that. I think I listed my website earlier. And for the Sandbox, we're at LBX the brand on Instagram. And on Facebook, we're just the Sandbox.
So you go ahead and say your website again. Put that at the bottom for them.
It's www.winedownforme.com.
So you find the drinks and all that on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I say,
yeah,
I know we about to be lit tonight. Lit tonight. Lit tonight. Like